Do you have any upcoming bigger projects, maybe any goals for expanding?
Yeah, so we do. So here locally and kind of internationally, we got quite a few good like media coverage, and there's many people interested in the story. So we got some really good coverage, and because of that, some bigger companies saw us and want to do a collaboration with us. So for example, there's one company that makes kind of like a lifestyle brand. So they have all sorts of fitness products, and they want us to make a mass production recycled skateboard. So that's what we're working on now with them. So we would still exist in our little factory making handmade skateboards, but in parallel, we want to, and hopefully soon, we're going to be making kind of production level, like high production skateboards for much cheaper value, but it's also going to be made from recycled plastic. So that would be a more economic option, and that would give us a lot of help financially to do other stuff. And so that's one thing that's going. Another thing that's going is another city in Brazil wanted us to do this project with them. So they wanted us to help them pretty much replicate our factory and replicate our skateboards, but in their city. And they would be, and all the skateboards they would be making, they would donate to skate schools and sports programs and stuff like that. So that's what we have on the side, which is what kind of we want to do too. So we want to help people make these little workshops, kind of educational recycling workshops. Number 3 is what I'm super excited about that no one really knows, but we're going to be making like designer furniture out of recycled plastic. And this would be 3D printed on a large scale. So we would be making a really big 3D printer, and that can be really bought. Like we kind of make it in-house, and it's going to use recycled plastic as the material, and it's going to make furniture that you can't really make traditionally. And since it'll be made out of plastic, it's very durable, waterproof, and all that stuff, which is perfect for having in parks, even in like malls and kind of industrial areas. But it will be very artistic and very nice, and I hope it raises a lot of attention to another thing that recycled plastic or waste can be turned into. So these are some things we're working on, but this one will be like very, very, very soon, in a couple months. Yeah.
So then my question was, like, you mentioned that accounting and just like being an entrepreneur is a challenge from being an entrepreneur, but like, could you maybe go into some other like challenges that you faced with starting up this business aside from that?
Yeah, so many challenges. One is for me that I had to like kind of decide what I want to do. Like, is this like, I know this business is really cool. It's like amazing, but being amazing and really cool project doesn't mean that you're having revenue and make, your company is making money, right? Sometimes the most boring, mundane businesses are the ones that are very profitable. For example, as I said, I had a challenge because these skateboards, to make them this cool, like this is not painted. I know, like people know, like this is not painting. This is like a white bottle cap, like blue, but this is like insane. Like there's not a product in the world that's like this. And to make it like this, it's super labor intensive. It's very artisanal. To do that, I could only make about 3 or 4 of these per day, like 4, like maximum. And which is not a lot at all if you want to sell to stores, if you want to sell online, especially in a country like Brazil. Brazil's like a humongous country. So that's like huge demand, right? But at the same time, if I would make it one by one, just like, sell it as like a really high price one by one, it's like, okay, like I'm not having that much impact. And it's like, okay, I'm making exclusive product. It's kind of weird. So I had a challenge. Like I was like right in between where a store would come like, hey, this is cool. We want to resell for you. Can you sell us 50 skateboards? I'm like, man, that'll take me like 2 months to do like, that'll take me 2 months. And I don't like right now, I don't need to sell to store because I could sell them myself. And if I sell myself, I could, sell at a 480 reais price where we sell it. If I sell it to a store, they're not going to buy it for more than 200 reais. You know what I mean? So then it's like, it's not really worth it. So that was a challenge I had to figure out. But I realized, you know what? I'm going to focus on we're going to make like this as a very artisan and handmade personalized product. And we hope to, which we're kind of getting, is partner with a brand that wants to make a commercial version. So that would be, the commercial version and like a very artisan, like one-off versions, you know what I mean? So that was a challenge of like the business plan. And that's also another thing, this business plan thing. Man, these things change all the time. Like you think a business plan is, you have an idea before you even have your machines, before you even have a factory, before you even have your first sale, nothing. And you want to have like a 5-year business plan. It's like crazy. Like these things for me change like every 4 months. I had to kind of like rewrite the business plan, you know what I mean? And that was a challenge because I didn't know if I didn't plan properly, or I don't know what I'm doing, or is it, like I'm learning and I'm getting all these feedback and input, which is what really happened. Like I see when I wrote the business plan before I started, so okay, this our plan is, in the first 3 months sell X, and then for the next 6 months, okay, we reinvest in equipment to make 2 times, and just keep multiplying. But then when I started, I realized, okay, like we're not a skateboard brand. Like I'm not trying to build a skateboard company. I'm not trying to build a recycle skateboard company. It's like kind of different. It's more about education and raising awareness through recycling, raising awareness for problem. So that's not really manufacturing. I want to bring kids involved. I want to have a factory, like a workspace where it's kind of open and we do educational programs. You know what I mean? So, and that lined up perfectly for this kind of contract that I'm hopefully to get with this municipality, where we help them replicate our factory, our workspace. And then at the same time, I want to be very innovative, trying to implement innovative solutions and technologies and processes for recycling. So that's where it came, this 3D printing, 3D printing with recycled plastic. And so those are some challenges, like some interesting, unique challenges that, I don't know, for me were new that I didn't expect. The accounting, marketing, I knew that guy, that's like a challenge, and that's easy. That's an easy challenge because you could just get a person that's an expert in marketing or accounting and all that stuff, which we do. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I really love like how you're really trying to like implement like community involvement and like keeping it local and everything.